Probably the most common question I get, especially from a younger audience, is what do I do with my life and how do I get my life together? Now, to you guys, this is probably a really complicated question. You have no idea where to start. But for me, it's very simple. And it just starts with one thing: be professional. Now, what does that mean? It means not pissing about. It means not fucking around. It means not messing things up. It means being 100% focused on the tasks that you are doing and doing those tasks correctly and efficiently and successfully. It really comes down to that. Now, obviously, you probably have no idea which tasks you need to do and which tasks you shouldn't do. So in this video, I'm going to go through the do's and don'ts that you need to keep to in your early years of your life. Now, the first one is obvious for most young men, and it's to get in the gym. Now, you might say, Peter, who are you to talk? You are not in the best shape. I have to admit to you, yes, I do have an injury that stops me training like a professional, but I give it my best. I'm in the gym almost every day and I'm training no matter what. Even if I get the great results or it doesn't really show, at least I'm there and I'm showing up and I'm in the gym and I'm training every single day. It's also about the mindset, not how I look. It is the fact that I show up every single day no matter how I feel. And that is discipline. If you can instill discipline into yourself when you're young, you're going to get very far. And assuming you don't have any health problems like the ones that I do, you're going to get in great shape. And if you look good, people are going to treat you better. Imagine you've got to choose between two people. One guy is a fat slob, he's a loser, but he's got millions of dollars. And then you've got another guy who is in really good shape, he's a sports person, he's healthy, he's got full of energy, and he also looks really good, but he's very wealthy. Which one would you choose? You'd obviously choose the guy who is in good shape. So get in good shape, or at least the best shape as you possibly can, and people will treat you better. Now, the next thing is connected to that, and it's to keep moving in every area of your life. I do this with actual physical movement. I do 10 to 20,000 steps every single day. I work on my phone and I walk. Whether it's outside in the sun or if it's bad weather, I get in the gym and I go on the treadmill and I work there. I get my steps in. I keep moving, and this mindset is important, not to stop and sit down and wait and waste your life. No, keep moving in every area of your life. And if you can't do that, start with the steps. No matter the weather, no matter how you feel, just keep walking. Look at your phone until you've got those 10,000 steps. And again, that will install this discipline into your brain that you keep going and never give up. Even more than discipline, this will install consistency, which is one of the most important things for being successful and for learning languages. If you are a young person, but for anybody watching this video, one of the most important things is to fill your brain with knowledge, as much knowledge as possible. Now, obviously, I'm going to tell you the best thing to put in your brain is languages. Obviously, you need to learn some languages. If you're sitting here watching this video and you can only speak one or two languages, you're not going to get very far, likely. You need to fill a few languages into your brain if you're going to win in the 21st century. It doesn't matter which languages they are. They could be English and Spanish, and then maybe Arabic to get in the Dubai market, or Chinese to do manufacturing. Assuming you're a serious person, if you want to get really rich and you want to go international, that is what you need to do. But it could also be something random, like history facts. I know guys on YouTube who have channels dedicated to medieval history facts. And you might think, well, that's pointless information, but no, they've monetized that. At an early age, they filled their brain with this knowledge, and therefore they've been able to make money in their 20s and 30s with that knowledge. Now, you might have something random, facts about sports or geography or anything about politics. It doesn't matter what it is. Have your area of focus and become the best at that. Know more than the experts even. Almost autistically, learn that information like I have done with languages and become the authority on that subject. Because later on in life, you can use that knowledge to have a monopoly. You are the one person who knows everything about this subject. And with that knowledge, you can be successful. If I hadn't started learning languages when I was a child, I wouldn't be in this position now. I wouldn't have this huge Instagram account, a very large TikTok account, a growing YouTube account. I wouldn't have all this attention. I wouldn't have a school that makes me lots of money. I wouldn't have anything. The first years of my life, I didn't put my time and energy into building a business. I just put it into learning a language, even though it wasn't obviously going to pay me back. But later on it did. And if you are young and you're thinking, well, why am I learning this one specific thing? Don't worry. Become the best at it, and then later monetize that. Now, moving on from that, but connected, is to make lots of money. If you are young, the best thing you can do is make a lot of money now, because you can enjoy the money when you're young. When you're 70, 80, you won't be able to enjoy it so much. You won't be able to see the world, you won't be able to experience things. Make money as early as possible. And to do that, you're going to need to be creative. You can't just be going to an office. You can't just be sitting and selling insurance for some other company, because you'll never become a multimillionaire doing that. In the modern world, the best way to make money is to have a social media account, to build a personal brand, and to sell some kind of product. You need to become this online personality that makes money online, because that can be scaled infinitely. That is the way to be successful. That's what I'm doing. That's what I suggest you do. You get into sales, you get into marketing, and you run your own brand about that thing that you are really passionate about. Could be medieval history, could be politics, could be sports, whatever it is. Get into the business mindset, even if you're 18, 19, you could be 16, and start making money as early as possible so you can enjoy it later, and it will compound. Now, once you've got that money, the best thing you can do is network with the 1%. Now, if you're in some shithole like Gary, Indiana, or Luton, England, you're not going to have many opportunities to network with those people. So you need to move to a location that is full of rich people. It could be London if you've got a lot of money, but that's dangerous. It could be somewhere like New York, it could be LA, it could be Marbella, it could be Dubai. Wherever it is that you move to, go there and network with the 1%. Spend money to connect with them. Get them as clients, get them as advisors, get them as friends, get them as people who will mentor you and make you not just somebody who makes, I don't know, only $10,000 a month, but $100,000 a month or $1 million a month, millions of dollars every single year. If you're with these people, they will teach you how to do it. And that is the thing about being a professional. They're going to take you seriously again if you got in the gym, if you got in shape. Again, I said before, I'm not in great shape, but I'm not a fat blob. If I was, they wouldn't take me seriously, but I'm in quite good shape, so they take me seriously on that. I can speak their language. Let's say I'm dealing with somebody who's Mexican-American, and I can speak to him in Spanish. He'll be impressed. Go out to Dubai. I meet some rich Arab sheikh. I speak to him in Arabic. Again, he'll be impressed. I go to China and I meet a guy who is a manufacturing tycoon and he makes all the bottles in China or something. He's a billionaire. He would be impressed if I spoke to him in Chinese. So this is where the languages come in. You need to learn languages when you're young. Invest money in it, invest time in it, because later on when you're in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s, you're going to use these languages to make connections, to impress people and make a lot of money. And the final thing you should do is to see the world and go on adventures. Once you've got all this money, what are you going to spend it on? You're going to spend it on nonsense, you're going to spend it on bags, designer clothes, big houses that you don't even live in. No, it's only about the experiences. Do things that other people can't afford to do. And then you can show those experiences on social media to build your brand even bigger. Many people online wouldn't even watch me if they hadn't seen that learning languages had made me so much money that I could just live here in Prague and then go to Greece for a week and then go to Dubai for a month or fly to America and meet all these people. No, if I didn't have money, I couldn't do that. So you have to make the money first, and then you can go on all these adventures, make it really exciting, enjoy yourself, take your friends, get some girlfriends or whatever, go to these places and enjoy it, because there's nothing really else to spend money on. So now you know what you have to do, but I also need to tell you what you definitely should not do. And one of those things is playing video games. Now I admit, I played a lot of video games when I was young. I was a teenager, I was bored, I was just in my home, I had nothing to do in the middle of nowhere, so I played some video games. And in my early 20s, I played things like GTA and Red Dead Redemption, and I wouldn't say I regret them because it was a fun experience. But definitely as I grew up, I realized that video games weren't getting me anywhere. It was just passing the time, and I could have spent that time better learning things like language, knowledge, networking, money making. All these things would have been better for me than playing video games. It's just a shame that back then I had nobody to connect with. I had no mentors. I had no people I looked up to. No people inspired me. It was only in my later 20s that I met all these impressive people that suddenly I thought, right, I've got to get my life together. I've got to make a personal brand. I should start making videos. I should start making a ton of money. I should start seeing the world. I've got to do something. If you are 18, you've got a head start. You've probably 10 years head start on me. So you need to stop playing the video games. They're absolutely pointless, and do things that are positive, because believe me, the video game is fun. You're running around LA and it's GTA and it's fun, whatever. Imagine if you could do that in real life without all the killing and all that stuff. You had all this money, you could go on a huge adventure. Then it would be more fun than playing the video game. The video game only creates a reality for the people whose lives are shit, who work in an office, who have nothing interesting, their girlfriend's fat, their life is boring, they eat fast food every day. Then the video game's exciting. But imagine if your life was even more exciting than the video game itself. So now you're not playing video games. The other thing you have to stop doing is watching sports. Now, I said before, an example, if you're really into sports and you want to monetize it, you want to make an account about it, and that is the center of your life, great, monetize it. But if you're just a normal guy who sat there watching the World Cup and then watching some kind of football match and then the hockey, then whatever, I don't know what sports people watch even, I'm totally out of that world. But it just repeats itself. So England plays France. Okay, well, next year England will play France again. It just repeats itself again and again and again. And then this team won the cup. And then next year another team won the cup. It just goes on forever, and it takes hours, a week. Imagine all the time that you spent sat there watching it going, You could spend this time on improving yourself. I said again, get in the gym. These sports people are running around. Why aren't you running around? Getting yourself in shape, moving, making money, getting knowledge in your brain, experiences, seeing the world. All these things would be so much better than sports. If you think that sports are the most exciting thing in the world, there's probably not the video for you. You will just continue working in your office or your crappy job, earning $5,000 a month in your house with your fat, ugly girlfriend. That's your life. I'm talking to the people that actually want to do something serious with their lives and actually want to achieve something. Stop the video games, stop the sports, stop meeting up with your dork friends every week. Oh, let's sit around and watch sports and drink beer and play some video games and talk about school, which was 15 years ago. And, oh, did you hear that Johnny got a new job at the insurance company? Nobody cares. You need to be so impressive that all the people you went to school with cannot even relate to you, and your friends are people who are on yachts and own skyscrapers and the CEO of 500 supermarkets. These are the kinds of people you need to be dealing with, because those are the kind of people who are going to drag you upwards. The people who you're probably dealing with right now are dragging you downwards. It's not good. It's making your life shitter. And just cut those people out as quickly as possible. Maybe see them once every few months, great. But this idea of twice a week just sitting with them, spending 6 hours talking crap, playing games, watching sports or some reality TV, is a total waste of time. Cut that out right now. So once you've done all the things that I told you to do and cut out all the things I told you to cut out, you will eventually reach success. You might not do it in a month, you might not do it in a year. I mean, I've been doing this social media for 2 years, almost 2 years now. And I don't have 1 million followers, I'm still growing steadily. Everything is about patience. It's this constant upward spiral of improving all the time. You will need to be patient, and don't waste your money on other people and your time on other people whilst you're on the upward spiral. But at some point you're going to make it. Whether that's $100,000 a month, or whether that's like $10 million a year, or whether that's total freedom, that you can travel anywhere you want, whether that means that you don't look at the price of anything anymore, or you speak 5 languages, or you got in shape. All of these things together, there will come a point where you've made it. You probably won't realize you've made it, because there's always that human mentality of I want to improve. But at some point you will, and you will have too much. And only at that point should you start giving it away and helping people who deserve it. I don't mean just to idiots. I don't mean the people you went to school with. You now have $20 million and you've got these 5 school friends who are absolute dorks, and you give them 1 million each. That's a total waste of money. They're losers. They deserve to be poor. They deserve not to succeed. Cut them out. I'm talking about people who are genuinely trying hard, who need you to give them money. I've seen these videos on YouTube often. You have military veterans who are about 85 and they've worked their entire lives, and they've put money into a pot, and something bad happened and the money got spent, or their wife got dementia and they spent all their money on helping their wife through this, and it went through all the savings, and now at 85 they're working in some shop for 30 hours a week and they're absolutely exhausted. These are the kinds of people you can help. But if you are poor, you can't help them. You want to get rich, not just for yourself, but for these people. Because trust me, once you get some money and you help these people, you don't have to show it on the internet. You don't have to show off and say, look at me, I'm so great. But just knowing you did that is a huge dopamine boost. Helping people in need is much more fun than watching some sports or playing some video games or sitting with some losers. Knowing that you did something with your life that is really positive is worth it. And that is exactly why, if you are at step 1 or step 0 at the start of this video, you haven't got in the gym, you're not moving, you haven't learned anything yet, you haven't put it into practice and made loads of money, you haven't networked, you haven't seen the world, you're still playing video games, you're still watching sports, you're still meeting with dorks. This should be the video that wakes you up, it shakes you and says, you could do all this exciting stuff and help people if you just started. And believe me, I've said it 100 times, you do not have time. You cannot just be sitting around waiting. If you're 20, say, well, I'll do it when I'm 30. No, time's running out. Time's running out very quickly. I'm 34. And I feel like time's running out, even though I've done so many things in my life and I have so much knowledge in my brain and I'm building something huge on the internet. Even then, I'm like, I am old now. I've got to go even quicker. So you have to start now. I hope you've watched this video and you've got the inspiration and you're going to start right now. If this video has helped you, please like the video. Please subscribe to this account so you get more videos like this that are positive for you, not the nonsense that most people watch on YouTube. And I hope to see you in the next video.